here. So here's the next topic. So a woman wrote into the Toronto Star's relationship column looking for advice after randomly meeting a fellow who, quote, set her soul on fire. No sexy times yet. They've just chatted, but she can't get him off of her mind, and she's confident the feeling is mutual. So it sounds like the start of a wonderful love story, but she's already in a serious relationship with a partner that she says she loves very much and is happy with and has no issues. You know what, honey? You just leave them out there for everybody else. Stop. Anyway, what's the advice here, Kat? I'll kick it off with you.
I think it's so classic. You know, people are hot. People are out there, they're hot. You're gonna get crushes every now and then, but they fade. It's not worth it. Stay in your happy relationship. You're just horny, is what I would say.
I know. I'm like, as the single horny girl on the panel, I'm like, I had two reactions. My first reaction, because I'm single, I'm like, go for it. Life's short. You meet somebody who sets your soul on fire? Girl, you gotta touch that. That's my first reaction. But then I also have a lot of friends who were married, and they did, act on those feelings, and they have destroyed and imploded their entire lives.
Oh.
So it's one of those things where I think you should pause for a second and just find, if you're in a relationship, especially if you're married with children, is that setting your soul on fire happening down here? Or is that happening up here? Because if it's happening down there, ignore it and have a cold shower and keep it moving, because you don't want to destroy your life, because at the end, you're gonna probably quickly find out that there's no substance. It was just you having a really, a crush on someone for 5 seconds.
Your estrogen was just high that day.
Yeah, the person just, the pheromones, you're just in the mood, maybe you had 2 drinks. Don't act on that stuff. But if you're single, go for it.
Cynthia, as our resident relationship expert, I'm sure this scenario comes across your table every day.
Yes. I mean, this is so normal, as you pointed out, and we need to normalize this. If you are a human being, unless you do not leave the house, if you wander around the world, you are gonna find people that you're attracted to, period, full stop. Now, the long-term relationship, if you've decided on monogamy with your partner, I'm just so surprised that people don't discuss this more. Like, what will we do when feelings coming up? And I'm saying this, I'll disclose, been in the same relationship for 23 years, and hell yeah.
What?
I've been attracted to.
And
And that was
your soul,
I know where you're going with that.
That wouldn't be the language I would use, but I would say that there have been times where I've been like, wow, there is something palpable here. What do I do with this? Now, Jason and I have open conversations around this, but and so this is something that I encourage people to do. But I did an interview with a woman named Dr. Lucia O'Sullivan. She's from the University of New Brunswick, and she studies relationships. And her whole thing is finding out, what do successful monogamous couples who've been together for a long time, who do not cheat, what are they doing? Like, what exactly is working?
Sure.
She got a whole list of things, but one of the things that I found was really interesting as a hot tip, if you find yourself in this situation, is to find something really disgusting about the person.
That you're attracted to?
Yes! This is not always the easiest thing.
Suppose you can't find something.
Like, there's something. You just wait long enough, there's gonna be a bad breath or a weird saliva thing, or there's something going on with them. That's it. And then it also, you have to retrain your mind in that moment, right? That you want to remind yourself of all the things that brought you towards your partner and what you might be giving up. She's got a whole list of things. But I will just say this, like, you have to consider that once in a blue moon, it actually might be something you should pursue. The relationship.
How do you know the difference, Cynthia?
I think you get into therapy, you ask yourself, hopefully you chose right with your current partner, but sometimes we know people have had affairs, and then they go on with that person they had the affair with and have a very long, incredible relationships. So,
what's that saying though? Is the grass greener on the other side, or is the grass greener where you water it? And I think that is where the decision lies, right? Because I think I'm an old school traditional gal, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, if your loins are on fire, you have to know that probably in 10 to 20 years, that's not what that feeling's not gonna carry you. And I've already been with my husband, married for 15, together for 17, and I know that my loins lit on fire, but I also know that it lasted. That moment's gonna be fleeting for that.
For sure.
But listen, YOLO also. I don't know what to say.
Just say,
or YOLO.
Go for it. I'll say, what's the worst that could happen? Divorce could happen. First, forget what I just said.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.